The horizon calls and we must answer. There are still many worlds left for us to explore.
See, this entire video with all the assets and sound effects was completely generated from that, simple prompt that we gave. So here it is, right? So just from this single prompt, we get to, create these fantastic worlds, which would have easily taken months to do by hand, right? This opens up a whole new world of possibilities, especially for VFX and animation pipelines. Hey everyone, I just now finished watching the Google I/O 2026 keynote, and out of all the things they presented, there are these two technologies that could fundamentally change the way we create content in our VFX and animation pipelines. The first technology is their Gemini Omni. They call it a world model. Using this, we can they claim that we can create anything from everything. Basically, we can create any type of video with this, which intuitively understands physics, and it's grounded in things like kinetic energy and gravity. So here, we can see all the different videos that, they have already generated. The cool thing about this is it also comes with audio, right? So if you click on this, and you can either create these videos completely from scratch or give input, right? And this input could be either like text or images or other videos. And based on that, you can bring your ideas to life. The cool thing about this is not only can you generate these videos, but you can iterate on them. So that, makes it much more powerful. So see here, you can try out all these different styles on this like lady playing her guitar. And also here you see that this lady dancing on a grass field is, changed to this yeti, right? So without any motion capture or whatnot, right? So there's no animation involved or anything. You just ask it to replace the character dancing in the grass field with this yeti, and there you go, you have it. So that's pretty powerful. Another cool thing about this Gemini Omni is you can create your own avatars. So we saw this feature before in OpenAI's Sora. Now we have this functionality working with Google's Gemini Omni. I actually gave it a try, so for creating an avatar, you would need to make use of your mobile device. So here's my mobile, and there you just need to click on the Gemini app, and there you'll see a plus button. Just click on it, and you will be presented with this avatar button, right? So the first time when you click it, you will be presented with a screen where you just record a video of yourself speaking some numbers that get displayed on the screen. That's it. Once you have done that and uploaded, you have your avatar ready to go. So I actually generated a video with my avatar. I just asked it to, make epic video of me flying as a superhero on top of a majestic eagle, and it actually generated that video for me within a couple of minutes. I'll actually play that video for you now.
The horizon calls and we must answer. There are still many worlds left for us to explore.
See, this entire video with all the assets and sound effects was completely generated from that, simple prompt that we gave. So here it is, right? So just from the single prompt, we get to, create these fantastic worlds, which would have easily taken months to do by hand, right? This opens up a whole new world of possibilities, especially for VFX and animation pipelines. And the second technology that got me excited for our VFX and animation pipelines is their flow tools. All right, so they already had this flow studio which helps you to create movies which are powered by AI, right? So you just need to create a new project, and there you can explain what you want, generate the images and videos, and create a whole movie directly by prompting. The thing they shared in this 2026 keynote is the availability of these tools. These tools are essentially like, the pipeline tools that we have in a traditional, VFX or animation studio. You can create image editing tool, or like a magic mask which will remove things from your, footage, or basically you can have these text overlays which are animated, and you can even have some sort of video resizing tool. I also found this composition tool. So you basically can, give a video and ask that video to be composited into another footage. right? So that's also now possible. And we also have this storyboard studio. So you can actually create just storyboards just by prompting and creating all these images. That's really powerful, right? All these tools, are just available for you to use with your AI production, right? And the cool thing is you're not just limited to these tools that come along, right? You can actually create your own tool just by asking for it using natural language. So just click on create tool, and there you just explain what you want. Like maybe if you want a shader, if some sort of a slider that you want to use to control the effects on a particular shot, you can just create these throwaway tools essentially just for your production and even just for a single shot, right? So all these tools amplify our creativity, to get a particular effect done. So essentially Gemini Omni coupled with these tools, custom tools that you could vibe code, is a powerful combination. Both of this was announced in the Google I/O keynote that happened just 3 days back. Definitely something to keep in our radar, especially for people in the VFX and animation industry. Follow along if you're exploring AI for your VFX and animation pipelines.